hang your underwear on the side of the Sky Room because it's distracting for the viewers and it makes it look like nasty.
Yeah, it's like a council estate, isn't it?
Glad you said that.
Now, I saw Jack Joe swigging Coke out of the bottle.
Right, now, what brand was it?
Who knows? They probably put a black
they
sticker
covered it up,
over it.
yeah? Okay. So, right. Now, but has he got his own... Because we know he's keeping food in the drawer. Has he got... Did he take it from his own drawer? Or was it someone else's?
Right. What's in that drawer? Eggs, KFC.
Is there eggs?
The twins hid the eggs in the drawer.
Yeah, but he didn't.
No, but do you remember when Alicia DeVout hid bananas in that drawer?
Right.
There was uproar, yet those fucking Busto twins are allowed to hide fucking eggs in the drawer, so what's the deal?
The Bustos.
Yeah, now, Busto.
Why is everyone so mad? Now, you don't eat eggs.
No,
I don't mind.
I wouldn't dream of it.
I don't mind an egg. I remember a housemate that cooked an egg for the very first time.
Oh. It's like a fetus. I'm not eating a fetus. That's sick.
Adjoa said she was eating 2 eggs a day.
And she was called greedy for that. No, don't call her greedy for the egg eating. Call her greedy for her clover hogging.
What?
The butter that she put on that fucking... I thought it was a wind...
over buttered?
I thought it was a wind-up, because it was at the same time that they were having a conversation saying, right, everyone, rally round, we can't use too much butter. And she was just standing there going, okay, and just putting more and more butter on. It was brilliant.
But you say this, but it's worth remembering when you appear on the show not to, overspread. Because it can cost you your life in the game.
Especially not with Clover, because Clover don't even taste nice. Like Anchor, I'd understand. Country Life, okay. Some people like Lurpak, I don't personally. But Clover...
But they're on basics, so they're just eating whatever they can, aren't they? Like ketchup sandwiches or Wheatos or...
Ketchup.
Maxi Nutrition.
That's a word that James can't say. Like I can't say ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist.
Ketchup.
Catch-up.
Catch up with Big Brother later on. So the next the next event was Aaron drunk in his pants. He said, I love wine. Wine is my friend. He said, I would snog showbiz and bring back showbiz. That's how drunk he was.
Whoa.
Those are strong words right there. What do you think? Why was he so drunk? What was he drinking? Don't you have those little pissy cans of whatever the fuck it is?
Well, no, but he's a hog, isn't he? He takes it all because in the debate they were saying who's the alky.
Oh yeah,
and it's him.
What are you saying? And people from Northampton, alcoholics. If
they he's managed to lose the accent, but he hasn't lost. he hasn't lost the basic traits.
Come on, Aaron. Strongbow is the drink of choice in Northampton, so sort yourself out. So then he was going to.
Was he? Did it go well for him, this drunken
escapade? No, he was coming on to Joel saying, you could go for me if you wanted to try out the opposite sex, even though they're the same sex.
Oh, yeah.
And he was going, silence to everyone. It was so embarrassing. It's brilliant, though. I love it when someone gets over the top drunk on Big Brother. And everyone's going, oh, get Aaron out. I hate Aaron. Fuck off. You don't even know what show you're watching. Yeah, let's evict all the fucking entertaining people, idiots. Yeah, let's evict all the black, gay, lesbian women. You fucking...
And what's he going to leave us with? Danny and Christian sucking each other off in the final 2.
Danny, Christian and Kieran going, whoa, how big's your willy?
Hang on, are you having a go at Kieran?
I like Kieran.
I like Kieran as well.
You can bring a donkey to the well, but you can't make it drink. There's a famous saying.
Really?
It's not that, but...
You can bring a wooden spoon to the Big Brother house, but...
James thinks Kieran's a stirrer. I
think he's a professional shit stirrer.
I think he's a peacemaker.
You know what my nickname for him is?
What?
Rasputin. Blacksputin.
Hashtag racist.
Is that racist?
And you made me say hashtag. The only way you can say hashtag is hashtag proper. Right. No, I think Kieran's always trying to smooth things over.
No? He's smoothing over situations that he's actually started in the first place.
That's true.
He's constantly digging out that Danny about his
Sarah.
fake showman.
Yeah.
Always trying to get that. He's on top of everything. Mm-hmm. He is a bad person.
I like Kieran though, he's entertaining.
Yeah, he's got a good game.
He reminds me of someone who I know. So then the night ended with Aaron puking in the toilet, and then Danny had to carry him to bed over his shoulder, so that's always a good way to end the evening.
Yeah, but then when he woke up, he was Well, he said he was never drinking again, which is standard. But do you think he kind of, you know, sometimes when people have been arsehole the night before, they kind of like go hide in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
But he was like, "Oh shit, I'm an arsehole."
Yeah.
And I thought that was quite good. But
everyone does that.
But that Aaron, I like him. You like him. I get the impression he's gotta go.
Oh, as soon as he's up, he'll be gone.
If he is up, but he had no noms the first week.
That's true.
But that was face to face. People are scared of his blast.
And he has been a prick this week, but...
And he was over-wearing that pool ball tracksuit or whatever it is.
But we like his keyboard pyjama bottoms.
Yeah, I like them a lot. But how many days have I got to sit through them? 3, 4? When is laundry day?
So, I'm thinking of baking a cake. You want some?
Well, now it depends on who you ask. Now, I did watch this scene. Unusually for me, I was concentrating on this scene. Now, I noticed Nick definitely just from call me Tim Roth if you want. Just from looking at Nick's face, I could see that he wanted cake very, very much.
I think you'll find 90% of people in the house wanted cake.
But in the morning,
it was only the fucking Skylar twins who didn't want cake.
The 20 whatever they were.
Twinny Towers.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Talk about shut up, shut up, shut up. These pair of cunts, they don't fucking want anything. Like, oh, I want my egg. I'm going to hide my egg in the drawer. Hide an egg in a drawer.
I think...
What sort of fucking freak are you
but,
cunt?
Hang on. Do you think, right, say, for example, pick a random housemate that isn't Joel.
Jade.
Right, if Jade had gone, oh, do you want a cake? Let's bake a cake.
Yeah.
What would they have said to her? Probably, like...
You're right. It would have gone down better. It would have gone down better.
So it's Joel that's the problem. Now, Joel does seem to have quite a bad social game.
With the girls. You know.
And he keeps saying stupid things.
Wow.
And he's a stupid person. But that aside, I quite like him.
Anyway, one twin said, I can put my eggs up my ass if I want to.
Oh, now...
Was that a good impression? It was pretty crap, wasn't it?
I don't know where are they from?
Manchester.
Oh, right. Oh, absolutely.
Should they put their eggs up their arse?
Well, there was a discussion the other day about where eggs come from. I mean, I've heard about this, which came first, the chicken or the egg. They don't even know what is an egg or a chicken.
Someone said it come out their neck. Well, wasn't it Joel?
I think it might have been. This is the future Prime Minister, and he thinks that chickens lay eggs out of their beak.
Can we egg the twins when they get evicted? Do you think they frisk you for eggs?
Of course they
must
do.
Mustn't they?
Of course they. Mind you, we know that there's a Lidl not far because Jedward went there, didn't they?
So then there was the usual shit stir task. Who is most honest? Who is most superficial? Fuck that.
So but hang on, that turned into a right tear up, didn't it?
I didn't write anything down about it.
Right.
It's boring. So then this was followed by Buttergate, which we've already touched on.
Well, how much butter did you have on your bread?
Quite a lot. I do like butter, but no, on toast I have butter, but on bread I have flora. That's the difference. But they said no one wants dry toast.
It was definitely butter.
It was clover. What is clover? Is it butter or is it margarine?
No, it's butter, but it's got a little bit chemical. The spreadable one.
I don't trust those sort of hybrid butter margarine. I want either butter or margarine.
But the thing is...
I can't believe it's not butter.
Clover, as opposed to some other brand... What the fuck am I talking about? That clover in the Tesco around the corner from me is £4 for a tub.
Fuck off.
If a Joa puts in half a tub, you're going to be pissed off.
But Adjoa is so skinny. How can she eat that much butter? You said it's because she's young. She looks like a gust of wind would knock her over. Do
you not feel like this last week of Big Brother, you've been watching like a really long show, mostly about food and arguments, and not even it's not like fine dining. Well, it is for Jade.
Millionaire shortbread, jam tarts, McDonald's, KFC. It's like they're just listing food. It's sponge fingers.
As you call it, Pauper's Picnic. Yeah.
It's like, shut up about food. Just give them the luxury food so that they can talk about something else other than fucking food. It's driving me nuts.
And put their hot water on as well.
I feel like I'm fucking starving alongside him. So then they did this bathtub task. They dropped teddies on them, and
I want me teddy.
Amy had maggots in her knickers. Not for the first time.
Oh no, sure. She thought that they. Now, to be honest, if you were doing that task and it was something moving and it had gone in your knickers, you were moved. No, but
I'd be disgusted.
You'd be worried that it would go.
Yeah.
Go deep in the game.
No shit. I'd shut my mouth big time too.
Oh, Dr. Ottman, get him in. But that's not good.
So what?
But do you think she was actressing? I do.
No, maggots were crawling over you. It's disgusting. She didn't sign up for I'm a Celebrity. Signed up for Big Brother. Anyway, they threw an octopus on Danny's crotch.
Oh, squid.
Octo crotch, I said. Anyway, we know he's got a micro penis because he said his penis was average size.
Didn't he say 8 inches? And then he said...
I missed that bit. I just heard him say mine's average. That's not something you'd say.
What would you say?
It's massive.
But then what if someone sees it and it's not?
I'll never forget Pete Bennett swinging his willy around in that pool. Do you remember? It's the biggest thing I'd ever seen.
Well...
And he fucked Nikki Graham, and she's like the size of a child.
There you go.
She must have had fresh for a week. So then, that bathtub task was stupid, which was annoying because it was followed by... we had waterboarding there, but we kind of covered that. It was followed by a really, really good task, the whole...
What?
Okay, right, here's confession time. James has no recollection of one of the best Big Brother tasks, this is what people are saying on Twitter, ever. The whole, where basically, I'll explain it for our listeners and you.
Yeah, please.
So the real task was,
right,
Chloe had to make 3 people leave the hole, including herself. So
is
only 2
Chloe
people.
one of the common people?
Chloe I didn't like, but I realised she's actually alright. But yeah, she's one of the common people like you. So then that was her task. So she had to choose people who she thought were scaredy cats, basically.
Right, okay.
So she took them in there, and it was looked like a psych ward, basically. It was all like dilapidated.
Just like that Helen Wood room.
It was a bit like the morgue.
Yeah.
So it was a bit like that, and then there was like dolls and blood was coming out their eyes, and they were all screaming. Then it all went dark, and Jade and Nick were like cuddling for comfort, whatever. More on that later.
Cuddle mans.
And then Chloe was trying to shit Aaron up, which wasn't that difficult. She was like chucked a glass of water over him, which is quite funny. There's a lot of chucking water this year.
Oh.
And then they showed this sort of student film on the wall, which was like. It was like that sinister film of Ethan Hawke. It was a bit scary. The whole thing was a bit scary. But the best bit, James, there's no recollection of this. He's probably drunk or something.
Probably.
Like, this girl, appeared, in a window. It was like the Ring. You know the Ring when she comes out the telly?
Was it Bunky?
It was Nikki Graham, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, honestly.
That's scary.
Honestly. But they didn't know that. And she, banged on the glass. And they were like, and then she smashed through the glass and she come in the room. It was like,
what did she do?
She just walked in and they were all just going,
they said, fuck, it's the skeletal.
They're like, oh my god. They're like, and this was when they were totally shitting themselves. But then she just walked out.
Did she talk? Or?
No, she just walked out a side door.
She
should have been like, yeah. They're like, who is she? But I forgot the best bit. Something puked on Jack. Jack was lying. How do you not know this? Jack was lying.
Oh, Jack Joe.
Yeah, he was lying in bed,
right.
And something like a puppet. Did you not
was
see
it Mark?
And something come out from the ceiling and just dumped something really foul smelling all over him.
Like fish guts.
And he was like, "Oh, my Adidas jacket. This was the first jacket I got when I got paid, and it's really expensive." Firstly, it's not a jacket, it's a fucking tracksuit. And how much did it cost? 20 quid from JD Sports, seriously? And he was pissing and moaning so much that him and Chloe actually managed to get that cunt to leave because he's being such a twat about that.
So the puke worked? The
puke worked, but Aaron was like, I'm going to sweat it out, basically, even though he was shit scared. And all the others stayed in there, so they failed the task.
Right. So what was the real task?
The real task was Chloe had to get 3 of them to leave.
Right.
But
so who wins?
No one. They just lost the shopping budget.
Oh. And now we have to sit through Chickpea Week. Exactly.
But the real winner was Nick, because he got to cop off with Jade, basically, because she was scared. He got to cuddle her.
So really, this room is the beginning of the ruination of both their games.
It is. And they should have put a Ouija board in there. They hadn't got that bitch to leave.
Make her do a seance against her own free will.
Yes. See how spiritual she likes things then.
Yeah.
Spiritual.
Oh yeah, send some orbs in, or some auras, or...
But I thought it was quite ironic. Nick was taking advantage of a vulnerable woman, just like Christian and Dan